why did you decide to explore the relationship of what the relationship between ourselves, in this case, Violet's self, and her worst enemy, which is part of herself?
Right. Well, it came from, years ago, I made a lot of fear-based decisions and it made me feel not myself. And I really wanted to feel more myself. I wanted to feel confident. I didn't want to be fearful of any situation. And so I went through a series of experiences where I got on the other side of that and I got away from making fear-based decisions. And I didn't know that I could actually get from here to there. And so once I did, I wanted to make a film to, share with others. So Violet, in essence, is the film I wish I could have watched when I was a teenager, because then I would have become myself faster than I did.
What is sad, but we all have problems like that. Part of her biggest enemy was created when she was a child. Can you talk about the connection between growing up with toxic parents or growing up with positive parents? I was lucky because my parents were not toxic, but I still have that the comedy in my mind. I have those thoughts sometimes, but I try to kill them. Right?
So I think, everybody, I was saying to somebody else, it's like you grow as a tree as a child, and then you grow older and there are certain people or situations that would trim the tree, right? Cut certain parts of the tree, and then you keep growing. And sometimes those cuts are bad. Sometimes it cuts like half the tree off, and you have more growth you have to create in that direction. So I think for some people it's more acute, it's more obvious, the critical voices, because it's been confirmed by those around them, right? But it's really just a lie in here and a lie out there. Whereas maybe for other people, they don't have that confirmation outside themselves. So it's a little easier for them to push against the negative thoughts because they don't have so many people around them confirming those negative thoughts.
From the energy I'm getting from you, even via Zoom, what I want to say is that how satisfying is it for you to have done this film and now it's out there at the Toronto Film Festival and is getting good feedback? Like, I loved it. For example, I really enjoyed it because I saw myself there at many levels. I have tools to fight that voice, but sometimes I surrender to the negativity, which is horrible.
Yeah, it's well, now maybe you'll do the opposite or something. You'll see something in the film that is helpful for you. But yeah, it's very satisfying. And I designed the film as a filmmaker. I designed it to be an immersive experience, with the audio elements and the visual elements, so that the film is more so about the viewer than about any of the other characters in the film. And so it's very gratifying to hear that I hit that target, that to hear so many people saying how it affect, that yes, they enjoyed the film creatively and cinematic, personally, that they felt like it went right inside of them, which is my hope as a filmmaker. In any of the films that I do, I want it to really go into the viewer as deeply as it can.
Well, I enjoyed the film as a film with all the elements that a film has, but also at a personal level, because I started questioning the negativity that my other side brings into me to destroy me. So I feel very strong and so yeah, it's true. So I want to know, how was it a little autobiographical? Because it feels like very personal.
Well, I definitely did a lot of research for the film, right? So everything I went through, all the ways in which I, left the fear-based decisions and made more instinct-based decisions. I can count myself as an expert in how to get from there to there. So I put all that in the film, like treating the thoughts, or if you have the negative thoughts, I would ask myself, if somebody else was saying that to me, would I think it was true? When I just think of it inside of me, I think, oh, well, it must be true. I'm thinking my own thoughts. But if I pretended that somebody else said it to me, then I could look at it objectively and I could doubt it, right? So that's why like Justine, that's why the voice is this masculine. I wanted the voice to be as different from her as possible. So change the gender, change the tone, everything. So it's not autobiographical. Like I have never gone through any of these types of things in Hollywood or anything like that. And it's not a comment on Hollywood. The people who are mean to her, you know, her boss and her brother, that's just represents people that are in your life that say negative things to you and almost confirm your own negative thoughts. But in fact, and it makes you think, oh, then that must be true. It's really just that your negative thoughts are a lie and so are theirs. So really just, I did the research for the film. And I'll tell you, there's one part in the film that is autobiographical. The story about the hang gliding at the party. Remember that story?
Yeah. Yes.
That was me. That happened to
Wow.
me. I was the girl on the hang glider that came off and said, oh my God, that was great.
Awesome. Crazy. That's amazing. But wait, tell us in few words, what is the film about? So I can use that to introduce the film for the story.
Yes. The film is
What
about.
is the Violet about? Violet is about, yeah.
Violet is about the thoughts we have. In the film, I call it the voice that causes us to make fear-based decisions. And I found that the more fear-based decisions we make, the further we get off track from being our true selves. So this is a film about someone who realizes that and that starts making changes to really become who she is. And the most important character in the film is the viewer. It's for them to go through this experience.
A question without being sexist. Do you think white heterosexual male will have a comedian side, or they're so self-secure and so you know what I mean? Do you think those macho types have that problem? There's more sensitive sure. people.
Well, I think the more sensitive people are more in tune to it. But I think this film is for men, women, old, young, whatever background, it doesn't matter. If they're ready to hear this sort of thing, or maybe they see it now and in 2 years, a light bulb goes on and they go, oh, I remember that film. I'm going to go through these changes now. But no, it's for, I've had all kinds of people, like I said, young, old, male, female, whatever. They say, this is exactly what I'm going through right now. Or they say, this is what I went through 3 years ago. I so wish I had seen this film back then. It would have helped me.
You know, in my case, in my case, the comedy comes and goes, but I have found a way to get rid of it.
Great.
Not always, but yeah, but the film was very good for me at that level. But I don't know, her case was an extreme case because of the mother too. But wait, at the same time, Violet has, well, maybe not. Violet has, now I'm thinking she's hating my questions. That's what my communist. I'm an idiot. I'm asking her all. No, I'm kidding.
True. See, it's a lie.
I'm making a joke.
I'm not hating them. See?
I'm making a joke.
Oh, great.
Oh, she hates me. My questions are stupid. That's what the thing would be. No, I'm just saying.
That's right.
That's what it was. No, but you were saying, well, I can imagine someone telling me what the committee tells me. But what I always think a lot that, would you tell that to someone and that, it's horrible? Would you tell those horrible things to someone else, someone you love? So don't tell it to yourself because you need to love yourself.
That's a good way to look at it. Exactly.
That way you get rid of it. But wait, also Violet had a great Red. He was
Lila, yeah.
And Lila. I mean, they're great points of reference, but she's so broken, if you want, or so dominated by this toxic voice or voices that it takes a while for her to appreciate that. So it's a journey, right?
It is, I don't think she doesn't understand in the beginning that she can be free of that. A lot of people think, oh, these negative thoughts, they don't even see them as negative thoughts. They just see them as part of their own personality. But hopefully, I've had some journalists say after they've seen the film, wow, I didn't even realize I was having these negative thoughts until I saw the film. So they're now they're going to start their journey like Violet did.
It's great. Last question. We're out of time. You're busy. Toronto, what? Fantastic, right? Tell me your experience using the TIFF, the Toronto Film Festival.
I'm so happy to be at the Toronto Film Festival. I premiered my very first directorial, my film short, 5 Minutes, in 2017. And I was like, oh, someday maybe I'll get back here as a feature director. And so this happened. I'm just thrilled to be here. And I'm thrilled to be a part of bringing film festivals back in person, so to be here.